You're in tune to the Ugly Truth Podcast. In this episode,
today, Monday, the 29th of October 2018, concerned citizen, organization, and residents of East Port of Spain have come together under the umbrella of the East Port of Spain Multi-Purpose Agricultural Cooperative to highlight some of challenges which confront the communities. High incidence of crime and deviance in the community, limited access to job and business opportunities, escalating costs of meeting the basic need of our family and household, the overwhelming need for economics sustainability to disenfranchise members of our community, utilizing initiatives offered by the National Crime Prevention Program as it relates to eradicating crime. The commencement of community garden utilizing available space in East Port of Spain as a means of needed employment. Utilizing abandoned property and government building within the city of Port of Spain. The former IDC building located on Duncan Street is now a threat to pedestrians passing on the pavement. The former Workers' Bank and ISO, and now this building, the former police station, we are asking that special purpose companies responsible for these sites to collaborate with us and allow access to these sites so community can meaningfully employ these buildings and space towards our social programs. Community gardens, computer literacy, music classes, homework centers, cottage industries, etc. Our newly formed cooperative would be embarking on a grow box, agro-processing, various type of initiative, which is spearheaded by the NCPP. And we are hoping that the required agency would give the support. Quite recently, a number of us have taken a rabbit rearing course. So basically, there's a number of us who is embarking on projects like this. All right? And just across there, a property owner have given permission to apply opposite the mosque there, have given us permission to operate such a program. So what we are saying is that there are several areas in the community that is abandoned and could be put to better use. Along with the abandoned buildings, like that building, we have to put our own guards, one opposite Chimuk, that the wall is falling on and busting the roof on Chimuk. And this is the problems we're having. There's an increase in police presence. That is a fact. But however, we have the problem of unemployment. We have the problem of lack of opportunities as such. So we are stating that if we get an opportunity to advance ourselves, provide better for our families and so on, the situation as crime, as is a problem in our community, it will subside. We believe that. Our MP have shown some interest in the Grow Box initiative, but for whatever reason, it seemed to be taking some time. All right? So we are hopeful that our MP will get behind us, along with the NCPP, to sort of initiate. They have given us the contact of the Ministry of Agriculture to do some homework and get ourselves prepared for this initiative. So we'll be embarking on that soon. We have on the head table here different organizations that decided to come together to form a cooperative. They will have their organization, but we're coming together. And what we would be doing will be more or less starting some training right here on our evening. The programs we'll be embarking on is agro-processing, community gardening, business management, tilapia rearing, and composting. That will be done by extension officers of the Ministry of Agriculture, and the public is open to come and be part of that. After that, after we do some programs in the community, we will be embarking on those abandoned estates, as well as those of us who might have land and so on, to sort of export the produce and so on. So it's empowerment for our people. We look forward for members of the public, we look forward for the corporation, their cooperation with us, along with ETEC, to ensure that we have access to these buildings where we could do things like the nurseries, we could run a number of different initiatives. No. It is good as it is. We could repair, because it is run down, it is vandalized. So what we are saying is that the required agency could give us the required lease so that we could access the building, and we could, because right now we're providing security for these buildings, the former Workers' Bank, the former IDC building, and there's several abandoned buildings in Port of Spain. All right, and we are a bit concerned about the running down of East Port of Spain and its surroundings. So we are calling on the government or the powers that be to please lend some support. We know right now the commissioner is stating that we no longer tolerating protests, burning our tires and so on. So we are very much grateful for the press coming out here, so that the people wouldn't have choice, would be able to express themselves and not burn tires. There are several other organizations that have joined forces. For instance, Mustard Seed Foundation, Development Foundation, we have Timothy Organization, and several others.
Stephen Ed, Gonzales Advocacy Partnership. In Gonzales, at the time when the crime was really, really raging, when there had the 4 murders and that kind of thing, we had gone to the Minister of National Security and asked him for a building where we could train gangsters and potential gangsters to be something else, because we speak in our crime prevention and crime reduction, right? What are we going to do with the gangsters? What are we going to do with the criminals? When we reduce the crime and right, and we tighten up all the security, and what are we going to do with these fellas? Because us in the community, they are somebody's son, they're somebody's friend. A lot of children idolize them. Who don't like that? Well, they don't like that, but that's how it is, right? We have to face that. So we asked for this building, and we got the building, but we never got the. Because what we looked at was our money goes to Charlotte Street. Within 6 hours of us getting paid, our money remains on Charlotte Street, and we go in with a little remnant. Canopia, which we said is the Canopia model we want to develop Gonzales on. Canopia has the ability to keep their money in Canopia. Right? Now, we never got the security. Because you're bringing these fellas who are at risk into a building, you need to make sure that people don't come there, disrupt wherever, right? Because that's how it goes. Now, the building turning into a community center for partying. Nobody taking care of the building. The police believe that having a game night and a camp for 50 children, 4 weeks, not one child get counseling in 4 years. Victim support, there are a room in the building for victim support. Nobody comes to get any counseling, nobody's referred. We have 2 police coming in the building out to sleep and watch TV. And the show continues. What about shoemakers, bakers, plumbers, masons? A lot of these guys can't leave the community. But the work that has to be done in the community can be done by them. I see now that these fellas, some of them willing to work. But what are they working? They're taking as Abuka and selling at China. That's 2 weeks work. We're talking about permanent employment. So we're looking at, we want to become the rabbit capital of Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? Right now my eyes looking for food. The bank of the river down by the Belmont fire station is only rabbit food. You know, because this is what we're looking at. We want to be sustainable in something. Plant as much bananas as we could get in all the empty lots. Because Gonzales have a lot of empty lots. Abandoned houses. Give us the technology, give us the help, and we get permanent employment. And those are the things we're looking at. You know, because our community have a history. And nobody teaches that history. During slavery, this was a free community, a runaway slave. In Jamaica, they call them Maroons. In Trinidad, we don't even know what they were named. Anybody know what they were named? What they were called in those days? If Jamaica had Maroons, what we had? And we believe that the solution to whatever you want to call us, crime, whatever, community, the solution lies in the community and not out of it. And that is where we're coming from. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Graves, and I represent a non-profit organization by the name of Mustard Seed Development Foundation. We are based in Mova, Governmental. We are here basically to promote and endorse as one of the stakeholders organization that would be seeking and assisting Mr. Morgan in the whole development of East Port-au-Prince multicultural agriculture cooperative, right? We see the need and the importance of programs like these in the context of eradicating crime. We approached NCPP recently. We had some discussion with them, and they had give us some directions in terms of how to get our programs going. So we basically had some homework to do, right? Mr. Morgan went on and did the certificate, acquiring the certificate, and we are basically moving on to the further steps suggested by NCPP, right? Basically, we believe in human capital, right? Crime is a lot of different aspects. A lot of when budgets are made in terms of national security, they seem to invest heavily on infrastructure, tools, all these sort of stuff. But we believe in human capital. You can't do anything without human capital. And this is our approach that we see that we can assess the human aspect, because human aspects is one of the important areas that crime could function. If there isn't anyone that doing the crime, then no crime can be done, right? That is one of the areas. So we really want to focus on the human capital, investing in people. I think that we can spend money more in human resources with programs like these geared towards alleviating poverty and crime, because crime is a dynamic and complex area. So if we invest in the human capital, then we can really try to eradicate crime as a whole. So we're here to promote that.
Thank you. Ronald Timothy, the group is Southeast Port-au-Prince Achievement Organization, and actually we are continual guidance. I'm here because I also believe in what this organization, this networking with this organization concerning the young people. The powers that be support what our youths are in now, because normally when you go to them looking for assistance to help the same youths that became criminal-minded, they would not. But the ones that are criminal-minded, they get all the support. You notice they get the support. As they open their mouth, they get something happen. Who is not a foreman of this, who is not a foreman of that, they get something to happen. So the others who are wrong, listening and watching, they know that's the way to step. Because if the authorities is helping those there who have the gun in their waist, why should I go elsewhere?
It is a national program. It is open to the general public to be part of this program. We
We don't pick and choose to train. All right? There are several other initiatives similar to this. They just need to be organized.
I'm from Boston. And for us to rehab, we had the similar problem in Boston. And in order for us to change it, we as the adults was to go back into the community, see the young ones that is coming up for their after-school program. When you leave children to stray, because parents have to go to work. When you leave children to stray, anybody that is making life easier for me, I would accept it. Which means if I have to go somewhere and drop off something for you or you, and I'm funding, I will get a new sneakers. We are not looking at, yeah?
It's a career option.
Yes, a career option in the ghetto. But this is what is offered to them in the ghetto. So in order to get them out of the ghetto, I came down here from Boston just trying to feed the young ones, because female identity is the vice principal across here, right here in the girls' school. And if you know the amount of things happen over there that could be prevented, but there is no place like this that this man is trying to form here. So after school, she's the vice principal now. She could come over here and run programs with this man. It's no coordination, because we all are looking at the government. And the government already stigmatized this place as dumb. We now can make a difference, because you know why? Drummers, swimmers, athletes come from right in this neighborhood right here. But what are we doing to push them? But to go for a good cause, it's a problem. And the problem is I'm not saying to riot, I'm not saying to strike. But if we don't stand up for this community, we're building empty here. We have a building here, empty. 2 buildings, 2 government buildings, right? Each opposite each other, empty. You're asking for them how long, Mr. Morgan? Yes. I'm asking for the same amount of time. Because we could put what? Crochet, sewing. You cannot rehab a man by putting him to sleep in the night in a place and he gets up in the morning to the same thing. You have to be able to him to go to learn a trade, to do something that the community need him. We need plumbers, as the man just said. But who are we? The school teachers and the trade. Nobody wants a trade. Why? It doesn't pay. So it comes back to what? Money. So everything is taken place because of what? Money. And the young ones are being forgotten. Nobody's studying them. Because the mother have to go to work. Because remember, this father is not there. So she has to go to work. And when we leave them, just home alone. I could call any one of them right now and tell them, you want a pair of sneakers? Pair of Nikes? All right, go and drop this so on Superman. We are looking at the killing in the place and saying this wrong here, just killing. No, it is not just killing. You have more than that wrong here. But what causing the killing? Let's try to get to the problem. What is causing the killing? Anybody here can tell me what causing the killing? Well, this is all I have to say on behalf of the neighbor. Mr. Morgan is trying his best. I'm trying my best all the way from Boston. And if I will get some help.
This has been the Ugly Truth Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to our social media pages.